Hey, beautiful people. So today we've just completed our first day at the Accelerated Awakening for Men retreat here at New Eden. There's also a women's retreat happening simultaneously by Summer and Larissa, but I, of course, I'm not in that room, so I can only speak to what's happening in the meta field, but also what's happening in the room of the men. I feel very grateful and privileged to be doing this work. And this property really holds this dynamic of the masculine and feminine, and especially with a group as big as like 60 to 70 people when you include assistants. It's a really big size group, but there is a beauty to this space that holds it really well. The way we began was super special. Excuse me. Losing my voice already at the beginning of the week. What we did is before we even went into our respective containers with brothers and sisters, because it was such a beautiful day here in the Netherlands. The sun was shining, it was blue sky, and we gathered in one large circle outside. So all 67 of us had a chance to just silently drop in, feel the land, listen to the birds, be connected to the sun, to nature, to the land, as a tune-in before we went our separate ways. Because the way this week will work is the first 3 days until Thursday afternoon, we're going to be in our own respective fields, our bubbles. So the brothers are going to be with men and the sisters are going to be with women. We're going to do our own practice, our own mat work, our own opening, and we are going to bond as a tribe of brothers and sisters separately. But it felt important at a meta level to have all of us in a ring, in a circle, to kind of feel who was in the space. Because the way our retreat center is set up is that the practice rooms are both upstairs, but on opposite sides of the building with a staircase and toilets in between. So you can actually, if you listen carefully, and especially if there's something loud going on, you can hear each other. Now, you might be thinking, well, that sounds terrible. What a bad design. But it's exquisite, and I'll tell you why. When there's this quality which we call trans-circle intelligence. It's something I discovered years ago when I was studying group dynamics. And it's this quality of a particular circle, when it moves with a specific energy, can inform another circle that's completely independent in another room, but within the same proximity of a larger field, and you begin to entrain. So I've had it where things begin to emerge, and then the women suddenly they connect to this energy, and suddenly the men connect to the same energy, and vice versa. It becomes kind of a magical, unknown space. One thing that I shared with the men today is like, there isn't a structure here, even though on Thursday afternoon we intend to come together for the first time as men and women doing some mixed practice and doing our first mixed circle. These next few days, there is literally an unknown container for whatever wants to come alive. And then we honor what is there, what is actually present, and we meet it. And that could be pain, fear, joy, ecstasy, disconnect, trauma. So many of these different things can emerge in this space. But the way Hard IQ works is that we focus on creating safety for the nervous system to relax, and then people would tend to open more easily. And because we're in a group container, that unity consciousness enters into the nervous system, and it creates this collective relaxation or divine relaxation. And then the body wisdom naturally begins to be informed by memories, impulses, emotions, feelings that we then surrender to and follow. And then, we get to explore that in circle on the mat. My role is to read the room, read the field, and sense where there can be a deepening and an amplification or an acceleration, so that as people surrender, they get to go all the way. There are certain tips or coaching you can do through the body, through the physicalization, that allows somebody to accelerate and take a shortcut in many cases. And this is really, really profound. But the group is quite big. We got 30 men plus the I'd say 29 men plus 4 assistants. That's 33 of us. And although that's not by any stretch of the imagination the largest group I've been in circle with, I've been in a heart summit, right, in 2013 where we had 350 people. And in some moments it was very circular. But I've noticed that when I go above, say, 23, 24, 25, it becomes, it's a big energy to hold, especially of men in quite a small, contained space. So I can feel my nervous system kind of excited and quite ramped up. So the piece that I'm taking away at the end of the day is I need to regulate a little bit more, slow down, and drop in deeper. I felt like the first session went really, really beautifully. It was super calm. And I noticed when I then moved into circle, because this first session wasn't in circle, it was just a guided embodiment practice. The second session, we were actually in circle, and I could feel my nervous system being ramped up by the field. I'm like, whoa. And so there is like a really big energy here, and that's really cool because magic happens and amazing things happen when the energy is strong. And I need to be careful. I need to make sure that there's no ambush, there's no marginalizing, overriding, moving too quickly. And suddenly we get into groupthink or entrained energies that are cathartic, but without any sense of direction or meaning or consciousness. So, tonight we have, just had dinner, and we're about to go outside, light a fire, set some intentions, and regulate. And just join as a group and calm our nervous systems, maybe with some touch, some music, live music, because there's some musicians here. And just to allow ourselves to exhale. And I could do with that. I can feel that. Maybe it's the excitement of this thing starting and the big event and the fact that Summer's here with Larissa doing her part too and feeling the polarity of the masculine and feminine coming together. There's just a lot to celebrate, and there's a lot of juice in the system. So with that, that's my little quick update, and I look forward to keeping you informed about what's happening in the room. Right now, I'm in one of our temple spaces. This is called Almond. It's in the men's part of the retreat center where we can just chill here and have the space to ourselves. And the pool is open and heated, so we get to enjoy maybe a pool party. The sun is out, so things are good. All right, guys, take care.